Yo, what is up, people of the internet? Hopefully you guys are having a great day so far. Welcome to the party. We're back at it again with another story video. Today's story, this is going to be a very funny story about the time that I talked to my own self-conscious in a lucid dream. What? Yeah, dude. Well, guess what? I've been practicing lucid dreaming for a little bit now, and I finally had the craziest lucid dream that I've ever had. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the story. Also, just a quick mention, this is some very old Call of Duty gameplay. I just was looking through my files and I found it, and I thought it's pretty cool, but pretty trash at the same time. So just kind of ignore the gameplay, watch the gameplay, whatever you want, but sit back, enjoy the show. As some of you may or may not know, I'm a college student, which means I have a lot of early classes in the morning, so I tend to not get enough sleep, so I tend to take naps nowadays. And the thing about naps is, they're actually a great time to lucid dream. When you have a lot of interrupted sleep, lucid dreaming tends to occur more because you're awake and then you're asleep and you're awake and you're asleep. So maybe you realize, hey, maybe I'm dreaming. And I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that before, but it's a really trippy feeling. And what would typically happen to me when I would lucid dream is I would look around and I'd be like, yeah, I'm in a dream, and I'd start realizing it. But it's, instead of being fun and like creating objects and learning things, I would just, everything would start to melt away. I remember a time where I looked in the mirror and all my face just melted away. Everything was melting away. And it was weird and kind of scary because it's sort of like reality is just destroyed once you found out it's an illusion. But in this case, I finally got to control my dream a little bit, and what happened was I got to sort of summon my subconscious, and it was in the form of this thing called the dream dragon, and I'm going to tell you guys more about that later, but that's just some context for you guys. Immediately after I woke up from this crazy dream, I wrote it down in detail so that I could remember it, because these kinds of dreams don't happen often, and I wanted to remember it and give you guys a story as well. So if you're ever thinking about lucid dreaming or want to write down your dreams, I'd highly recommend it. Sometimes you could find out a lot about yourself, and sometimes you could find out a lot about other people, or you could find out just weird shit in general, you know? So here's the story. My dream began as a pretty normal dream. I was just kind of wandering around my house doing whatever the hell. I don't even really remember necessarily. I think I was hanging out with my girlfriend and just eating food, and it was just a weird dream. But what happened was my girlfriend left, and I decided to lay down in bed, and I was laying down in bed and I was thinking, and I realized, holy shit, I'm in a dream. I'm in a dream right now. This is crazy. But I want to control it. I want this dream not to fade away. Please let me stay in this dream. I was telling myself, like, don't leave the dream. We are here right now. We gotta make the best out of it. I normally wake up right after my lucid dream and the world crumples. So I really wanted to stay in it. And I noticed the world wasn't being destroyed. I was still there. Everything's happening. So I reached into myself and I said, yo, if there's anyone in there that can talk to me, anybody at all, please just come talk to me. I want to have a conversation, you know? I want to figure out what's going on here. And just like that, the motherfucking dream dragon bust through my wall like this. Haha, nah, but for real though, like, that's what it felt like. This fucking crazy ass dragon just bust through my wall and started swirling around. It was flying above my head in my room, and it was really trippy. It felt like this creature was something that is not from this world, like, not even just physically what it looks like, but how it felt when it entered the room. And I wrote this down. I want to read from what I wrote down and quote it. The dream dragon was very beautiful with blues and purples. I knew I was dreaming, and I asked the dream dragon to tell me her secrets. I remember feeling in a state of wonder. I don't know if you guys have ever seen somebody's trip report on taking DMT and they talk to some machine elves, or someone feels like they talk to God or something. It felt similar to that, where it felt like this being was greater than me. But in reality, I think this being was actually my subconscious. And the funny thing is, I couldn't really remember what the dream dragon told me, but I remember I was so moved by what she was saying. And notice that I use the word she. It's because for some reason, this dream dragon subconscious of mine is actually a female, and she was very graceful in the way that she was talking. But I was just so moved by what the dream dragon was saying that I wanted to learn more. I wanted to hear all of her secrets and just finally understand what is life, you know? But just as I wanted to hear more and I was so captivated, I started feeling extremely weird. And the best way that I could describe this is I felt like I was being sucked into reality, like I was going to wake up. I could feel my real life body, and I could also feel my dream body at the same time. It's fucking weird, dude. I stood up and I started walking around, and I could feel my body laying across me, but also feel myself standing up at the same time. And I felt like the dream was closing, and I was so sad because I wanted to talk to the dream dragon more. So I begged to the dream dragon. I'm like, Dream dragon, yo, please let me stay more, please. And I'd like to quote that again. I could partly feel my outside body closing in. And I told the dream dragon that I wanted to stay longer. The dream dragon said, wake up and make some tea, and then you can return. And of course that makes sense, dude. Just wake up, drink tea, and then the dream dragon will talk to you again, you know? But for some reason, this just made so much sense to me. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'll wake up, I'll drink some tea, boom. I'll go right back to sleep and I'll hang out with Dream Dragon. But that is not what happened. I ended up waking up, right? But the thing is, I woke up into another dream. Now, this is some Inception shit, right? It's so fucking crazy. I would like to quote myself again. I woke up, but I couldn't really tell if I was in a dream or not. It's weird because it didn't really look like my room where I woke up, but it felt normal in the dream. So to check, I decided to count my fingers. And that's a real thing, by the way. If you look at your hands when you're dreaming, you can see, like, if your hands look fucking weird or you have a different number of fingers, you're in a dream. But it felt so real. I felt so awake, but I fucking counted my fingers. And to quote myself again, I said, I only had 4 fingers, and my index finger was all curved and wonky. I knew that I was dreaming still, but instead of going along with it, I panicked and tried to wake up. Because I felt so fucking tricked by the Dream Dragon. The Dream Dragon, I thought the Dream Dragon was gonna wake me up, right? But the Dream Dragon woke me up into another dream, and I felt betrayed. I felt like, holy shit, what if my real life body is dying right now, and I need to save myself? I cannot save myself when I'm trapped in a dream. That is some Demon Slayer shit as well. So I started to feel hella nervous and very anxious in this dream. And then this fucking old lady NPC dream character busts through the doors, and all these butterflies fly in. And I was like, oh, hell no, I'm out. Get me out right now. Because this fucking old lady is somebody that I've never seen before. And it's really creepy thinking about somebody that your brain created. That is not a real person, but they're there. And they're fucking just entering your world. And you do not want them there. So I panicked, and then I eventually woke up. And I'd like to quote myself again with that. Then some dream character walked into my room, and hundreds of blue butterflies flew in. It kind of made me want to dip more because I didn't know who the fuck that dream character was. And then I woke up IRL. My heart was racing. The top of my head was pulsing. I decided to get my phone and write this down so it won't slip my memory. So the story concludes with me pretty much realizing, hey, you're a little bitch. You should just go back and talk to the Dream Dragon. And I felt like I was a fucking astronaut exploring the unknown space territory. So I wrote this down on my phone, and I just think it's funny. I'd like to end on this. I'm going to try to dive back in again and see if I can revisit the Dream Dragon and see if I can understand myself more. Wish me luck. Good night. And then I went to bed and had a nightmare, not lucid dream. But yeah, that shit was fucking crazy, man. I've never been able to really control my lucid dreams recently. I've been really trying hard to do it, but it's pretty weird talking to the Dream Dragon. I would really recommend, if you guys can, try to lucid dream. You can do a lot of reality checks and just try to see, hey, am I dreaming right now? Am I awake right now? What's going on? And then one day you'll realize you can catch yourself lucid dreaming. And lucid dreams are super cool because you can do things like put a door behind you and have Snoop Dogg behind the door. You're spawning him in there. You can manipulate it, but I'm not at that level yet. Right now, I got to talk to my subconscious. That was fucking cool. I'd love to do that more, and I'd love to get to the point where I can fully control my dreams. Thank you guys for listening to my story. I really love you guys. The support has been amazing recently. Thanks for all the love, and I hope you guys are doing well. Hope to see you guys soon. Please like and subscribe if you can. That would really mean a lot. In a comment, you could comment, hey, I hate you. Fuck you. I would not appreciate that, but that'd make the algorithm click, you know? I love you guys. Have a beaming evening. Stay cool. Don't drool. Peace out, Girl Scout.